What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Ethan's NBA Talk Live. I am Ethan's NBA Talk, the host of the channel. We got a lot to discuss today. Today, we're discussing my Philadelphia 76ers and their downfall as of late. To be honest, I really don't want to talk about my Philadelphia 76ers right now, but at the same time, we have to talk about my Philadelphia 76ers. So let's get into them. All right, so we'll just wait for people to get in. We have our first person in already. Welcome aboard to the live tonight. I'm talking about the Sixers today. Losing 5 of their last 7 games. That is very heartbreaking to see. They've been against some decent teams, so not something to be too ashamed about. But yeah, we'll just wait for people to get in now. We have 3 now in the live. So yeah, the Sixers have lost their last 5 of their last 7 games. Okay, they lost to the Pistons yesterday by 21. The 21 points doesn't like if you were watching this game, we should have lost by nearly 40. But obviously, when the Pistons cleared their bench, their bench players kind of stopped trying a little bit, and Sixers were able to cut it down a little bit. But 22-point loss, shooting just around 23% from 3. That's not going to cut it. You're never going to win that way. 23% is horrific. Okay. The good news is the Sixers do have the 22nd toward 22nd in schedule strength. So they have the 8th easiest schedule in the league, which is good. So maybe they can win some of these easiest games. They do have an easy one Saturday, which I will be going to, the Sixers versus Nets game. That is going to be a fun one. Hopefully the Sixers can win it. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you won't miss out on any of these exciting videos. Make sure to like this live stream if you want more of these 30-minute live sessions with me, Ethan's NBA Talk. So let's continue on with the day. So yeah, obviously losing 5 of the last 7 games is not good, especially for a team that has playoff goals, playoff aspirations, playoff hopes. But it's also not the end of the world because, first off, we played some tough teams. We have the Pistons, Spurs, Celtics, all those teams. But my concern is the injuries. We have 5 people in right now. Welcome. My concerns are the injuries for the Sixers because let's talk about our superstar, Tyrese Maxey, who I'm wearing his shirt today. Sorry, I just heard somebody. Anyway, we have Tyrese Maxey, our superstar, out for 3 weeks' time. Now, he's got something in his tendon that is, like, I believe in his finger that is hurt, and that's going to result in him to be out in 3 weeks, and that's just going to be horrific for my Philadelphia 76ers. No Tyrese Maxey. And the lack of size, too, has been a huge issue because we've had more injuries where it's resulting on us to get out rebounded game after game after game. We had, geez, why are people making noise out there? Anyway, no Andre Drummond, no Adem Bona, no Kelly Oubre Jr. It's just a very shocking, but at the same time, like what can you do when you have that many injuries? Welcome, Samuel Moore, to the live to the Sixers to talking about the Sixers tonight. Right now we're talking about the Sixers have a lot of injuries. Welcome to It's Tape B. Welcome to the live. What do you think about Bam's 80 points? Impressive. Very, very impressive. I didn't expect Bam Adebayo, out of all people, to do that, but it's impressive. I know a lot of people are hating on him, but that's just a load of nonsense, in my opinion. That's just complete garbage that they're giving him all kinds of hate for no reason. Like, Bam Adebayo got 83 points. He got it fair and square. I know he went to the free throw line a lot, which is why I'm saying, yeah, this 83 points is definitely not as impressive as it was when Kobe got his 81 points in 2006. Obviously, that was one of the greatest games we've ever witnessed. Well, I've never witnessed it. I wasn't born at that time. I was born in 2009. But this 83 points was still really impressive. And congratulations, Bam Adebayo. I'll keep on saying it. What a game! What a game that Bam Adebayo had. 83 points. Shot 36 for 43 from the free throw line. That's insane. And the Wizards, I felt like, were playing. Wizards should be getting hate because they played very dirty towards the end of that game. And they were like intent on trying to hurt Bam Adebayo to stop him from getting his 83 points. But luckily, that didn't happen. He still got his 83 points, and he's able to share that with his idol, Kobe Bryant, as one of 3 players to get 80-plus points. So, yeah, let's continue with the Sixers. So, yeah, the lack of size. No Andre Drummond, no Ed Bono, no Kelly Oubre Jr. It's obviously going to hurt you with your rebounding, but the Sixers, as you know, constantly get out-rebounded game after game after game. The offensive rebounds that we allow are just absolutely horrendous. I mean, we would allow rebounds. We could literally have 3 guys standing there in the paint, and a guy who misses a 3-point shot on another team gets his own rebound. Like, how wild is that? But, yeah, so the Sixers definitely. But my biggest thing is Joel Embiid. Another injury. When is this going to end? When is this? When is the Joel Embiid injuries just gonna end? I don't know. But at this point, I think we need to move on from Joel Embiid, because this is getting ridiculous. We paid him a lot of money. And it's being wasteful with that money to keep on paying this guy, because the guy doesn't play at all. The guy is a great player. I love Joel Embiid, but when is enough? He keeps getting hurt. Sometimes he's too soft to play. A toddler could step on his foot and he'd probably say, "Oh, I can't play." So, like, it's the truth. But Joel Embiid is a great player. We'll always remember the fact that he won an MVP with us, which was really nice to see as a Sixers fan. Really nice to watch a Sixers player get an MVP. And we will always remember that. We'll always remember him as being the Sixer who scored 70 points in a game. Again, we'll remember that. And he did it against Wemby and the Spurs, too. Don't forget that. But it's about time, because we've had to deal with this for 12 years, where he was drafted in 2014. And yeah, he didn't play until the 2016-2017 season. And in that season, he only played like 20 games. So that wasn't even really counted as a season. But then 2017-2018 was where he did play great seasons, historical seasons. And then in the playoffs, he would get injured a lot. He would constantly have a mask on, protecting his nose, from himself getting a broken nose, getting hit in the face. At this point, I don't know if people were starting to actually target Joel Embiid's face so he can't play. I don't know what it was all about, because year after year he kept wearing that mask on. And Joel Embiid, like I said, amazing player, one of the greatest Sixers ever. But again, there's only so much we can take by just having our star player being injured all the time. And now, right now, we're dealing with our star player, Tyrese Maxey, out for 3 weeks, which obviously we're not going to get rid of Tyrese Maxey because Maxey's not injured that much. But right now, he's just unlucky to be injured. Hopefully, he'll be back in time for the postseason if we make it there. Well, we'll make it to the play-in tournament. We won't fall to 11th because the Bucks are 10 games under 500. But yeah, I just don't get it. So yeah, let's talk about another thing. Am I the only Sixers fan, or just anybody, who thinks that Paul George was the biggest waste of biggest waste of money I've ever seen? Yeah, just the biggest waste of money. And it's not me trying to be a hater or anything, but Paul George, all right, we paid him $180 million contract. First year, he's injured pretty much the entire season. So that's $60 million out of the drain. We wasted $60 million that first year. Now this year, again, not playing great. He's a role player, I guess you could say, or just a little bit above average role player. So how's that worth $180 million for 3 years? And to make it even worse, he gets suspended for 25 games, and that's another $60 million at the drain. It's $120 million wasted in 2 years. What's going to happen next season, right? Yeah, I don't get it. We wasted 60 million, 120 million on Paul George so far. I think I got the years wrong. I think it was 240 million for 4 years. My bad. But yeah. So how much more? And we also paid Embiid a lot. That's more money at the door for us. So it's like, when are we gonna start, like, trying to see that enough is enough and we got to move on from these guys? Paul George should have never ever been a Sixer in the first place. Embiid, we should have moved on from him when we had the chance to move on from him. And now we're stuck with Embiid on this massive contract. Now we're stuck with Paul George on a massive contract because nobody will want to get them for that much money. And the whole front office messed up. And here's another thing too that really pisses me off. The Jared McCain trade has really come back to bite us. Okay, let's get into that a little bit. The Jared McCain trade has really come back to bite us. We've allowed a really young star who had a lot of potential. I know he got very unlucky, getting injured for a very long period of time. and now he's back and playing amazingly on Oklahoma. That would be my reason for wanting the Oklahoma City Thunder to win the title, just so my guy Jared McCain can win a title, because he'll win one before Embiid does. That's for sure. But Jared McCain should have never been released from the Sixers. We should have never given him to the Thunder. That was an absolute steal at the deadline, and we should be ashamed of ourselves. Josh Harris should be ashamed of himself. He cares more about his Washington Commanders than the Sixers now. He traded Jared McCain to save himself $7 million, but then he goes ahead and signs Jabari Walker to a 2-year deal. Then gets Cameron Payne on the team, who, by the way, has been doing good at the past couple of games. But you get Cameron Payne when you had a young star with so much potential like Jared McCain. You traded him to the Thunder, and Jabari Walker you sign, who's 33 years old. You get into a 2-year deal, and then get Cameron Payne. Like, are you kidding me? What kind of a decision was that? Let's take a look at Jared McCain's stats. Just over 11 points he's averaging as the Oklahoma City Thunder player. 48.5% from the field, 43% from three, 90% from the free throw line. What an absolute bucket getter Jared McCain is. And let's take a look at our whole team, our percentages. We're 23rd in the league in field goal percentage, 46%. Do you know who we're tied with? We're tied with the Wizards! Like, are you kidding me? We're tied with the Wizards. How bad is that? We are tied with the Wizards, 46%. But, it's just it's frustrating. It's frustrating that because some of the shot selections that we take is just not good. Like I said before, we shot 23% from three last night. That's not good enough. That's terrible. That's far from good enough. But then we were 20th in the league in 3-point percentage. We shoot 35% from three each game. Like, isn't that mind-blowing to you? Isn't that mind-blowing? Again, we're behind the Wizards. We're behind the Grizzlies in 3-point percentage. These teams, the Wizards are one of the worst teams in the league. The Grizzlies are not in the play-in tournament. It's really it's just terrible. I don't know what to say. It really is just pathetic. And again, it's not all the players. It's not Nick Nurse, which I'll get into about Nick Nurse in a minute. The 3-point percentage is really just, we've had bad luck all season, okay? We've had very, very bad luck all season. We've had a lot of injuries, and, we can't really do much about that, can we? We're just a cursed team at this point. I don't even know what to say. We are just a really, really cursed team, everybody. But yeah, so it just, and here's another thing I want to discuss too. We're 28th in the league in assists, averaging 24.5 a game. That's another poor thing, because we lack a lot of creativity. We like to do the same plays over and over again. We don't get anywhere with that. And it's really just the same thing night after night. I would like to see us better. I would like to see us move the ball a little bit more. I'd like to, that's another thing too that could be on the coaching staff. We could blame Nick Nurse for, is our play style a little bit and how we rotate the basketball every time we go up the court. I just feel like it's on some shots. Like, I can give an example, like when Maxey walks the ball up the court and doesn't pass anybody. Okay, he just stops, takes a couple of dribbles, and then takes a deep three, misses. Like stuff like that is what I talk about. What I mean is that lack of creativity, the lack of ball movement, the lack of teamwork, um, and just their pace is just off. Like, I mean, and again, that's something you could blame Nick Nurse about because Nick Nurse, the coaching staff, should be doing better to coach the team. Should be like yeah, it just should be creating good plays to try to shock the other team's defense. It's kind of like it's similar to the NFL because I know a lot of you guys watching right now probably love the NFL because the NFL is the most popular sport in the U.S. anyway. But like it's kind of like in the NFL where an offensive coordinator is trying to get do a play or kind of trying to mix it up so it will kind of surprise another team's defense and just completely throw them off guard. That's what we should be doing in basketball. That's what the Sixers should be doing. We should be uh, making like what I saw against the Memphis Grizzlies the other night when I went live. If you make sure if you to check that out if you haven't already. Um, when I saw that game, I thought we played amazing. We scored 139 points despite not having anybody in that game really. But I saw a lot of energy from everybody. I saw especially Trendon Watford delivering dime after dime in that game. Um, just the ball movement was absolutely beautiful. I would actually like to look something up if you don't mind. I don't have it right down in my information on here, but yeah. So we we not too far off from our assists, but we did get 27 assists in that game. But you could just see the quality in how we were trying to create chances. We were shooting the ball very well. We just looked very really good in that game, and you know maybe we do shoot the three too much as well. But the, like I said, 23% from three is not going to cut it. We looked horrible yesterday, but again, we are lacking a lot. Here's another thing I want to talk about. Nick Nurse. What can I say? A lot of people love to blame Nick Nurse, but I'm here to tell you that it's not all Nick Nurse's fault. We sometimes look just extremely cocky in the after halftime. We kind of all smiles in the first half, kind of playing around, and then when it gets to the second half, our shot selection comes very careless, very out of control, like not organized, I guess you can say. Just some of the shot selections are just terrible in the second half. But when you see this our second halves, we are one of the worst teams, not just right now, but ever in the second half. We suck in the second half, especially the third quarter. Specifically, the third quarter, we collapse so many times in the third quarter. It just is mind blowing. Like you need to see. I ask you guys if you no matter where you live, if you have the channel, if you can get access to watching a Sixers game, do that and see what kind of a team we look like in the first half and what kind of a team we look like in the second half, especially in the third quarter, and you'll see a disastrous team that doesn't want to play. And that's really all I could say. Nick Nurse is not fully the problem. Yes, it's him too. Like he he should be getting the team ready for the second half. What bothers me the most about Nick Nurse, though, what bothers me the most, he sometimes he doesn't hold his players accountable like he should as a coach. Like as a coach, you would think that you can give them a big yawn in the locker room, saying, "Oh, you guys are playing the complete garbage." You know what I mean. But no, Nick Nurse, when he's on the court, every single night, it's like it's crazy. Like you guys would need to you need to watch the Sixers game. You'll see it. Nick Nurse every single game tries to argue with the referees, and sometimes, yeah, I love it. I love when Nick Nurse is trying to defend because we've had some bad calls going against us this season. But sometimes it just gets ridiculous. Like what, dude? What are you arguing about? Like, there's nothing to argue about. We're playing like complete garbage, and you want to go ahead and try to blame the referee instead of holding the players accountable. Like, it's not just like once in a while. Every game. You guys know me. I like to blame the refs sometimes too, but every game, Nick Nurse is in the official's ear. Like, just hold the players accountable for once. Like, sometimes that's what we need. We need a coach to sometimes yell in the players' faces, like, wake up. So that's pretty much what I got to say about it all. But Nick Nurse is a really good coach. He has a great track record, obviously getting the Raptors their first title. Really impressive. I was very excited when we hired him as our coach. Very, very excited. And that's pretty much it. But Nick Nurse is also had bad luck. Nick Nurse has had to deal with our team having injuries a lot of times. Last season, we had so many injuries that we had to almost postpone some of our games. We had that many injuries. We had guys that I don't think even I heard of them before. They come up. Maybe I should have been trying out for the team. Maybe I could have gotten in. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to go over tonight. We're on a little bit of a downfall. I was hoping for a good season. Like, I was hoping for a really good season, a season where we don't have to deal with too many injuries. We can just be injury free. You know what I mean? Injury free. Just no injuries to have to deal with. Just Embiid staying healthy for the whole season, playing at least 60 games. Dembona being a rising star, but now he's injured. And Dembona got injured. Kelly Oubre got injured. I don't know when they're going to come back. Maxi's injured for 3 weeks. That's obviously the most sad one. I hope that Tyrese Maxey gets back and becomes healthy. Let's see, we've been on for about 25 minutes, so we'll stay on for a little bit longer. So, yeah. But that's what I would like to want to go over, because it's not the end of the world that we've lost too many games. Because, like I said, like which teams did we play? Like, we played the Celtics, we played the Spurs, we played the Pistons. These are like some of the best teams in the league. So you can't really. But at the same time, we have, like, against these top tier teams, we've kind of been exposed to them. Like, I guess. We kind of yeah. I just think we've kind of been like showing where we stand. Like, we're not like one of the top tier teams in the NBA when healthy. Like, I love my Sixers, so I will always root them on. I always want them to do good. But a part of me doing this channel, because my channel is called Ethan's NBA Talk, okay? And I am not going to sit here and be delusional. I'm going to be giving you my honest opinion about where we stand right now. And we are nowhere near good enough, in my opinion, even when we're all healthy. If we want to be one of the top teams in the NBA, we need to do a lot more than what we have. Because, like, I've heard Charles Barkley at the beginning of the season saying that the Sixers have a chance to be the best team in the East if they're healthy. Or I like some Sixers analysts, they'll say that they can be finishing top 4 if healthy. No, we're not. I'm sorry. Like I said, Sixers. I absolutely love my Sixers. They're my favorite team. Always have been my favorite team. But at the same time, I can't be that delusional. I can't sit here and pretend like we're actually a title contending team because we're nowhere near that yet. I do think we can make the playoffs if Maxey comes back, if Embiid is back. We can be in the playing tournament. I do worry though if we're remaining in the ninth place spot like we are right now and having to play the red hot Charlotte Hornets in the play-in. That will really suck. But actually, I'd rather play the Hornets than play the Hawks in the play-in tournament. I definitely, because the Hawks are red hot right now, and the Hawks have absolutely had our number this season. Like, we played them 4 times, they won all 4 times. Just definitely wouldn't want to go against the Hawks in the play-in tournament. That's for sure, home or away. Like, it's just a tough task either way. But yeah, so that's about it. Let's see. Okay, so it is 6:12 right now. We've been on for about half an hour, ladies and gentlemen. This would have been fun. I feel like I just really wanted to talk about the Sixers. Actually, I didn't, like I said at the beginning, I didn't want to talk about my Sixers, but I had to because it was important to talk about my Sixers. But I really don't want to talk about how we are all banged up again and again and again. But that's where we're at right now. So hopefully things will be better. Hopefully we can at least be in the playoffs because I do want to see my team in the playoffs. That will really be amazing. But again, I hope you guys did enjoy. We've actually had a real success with this live. I'm actually impressed. Like, more success than we would normally have, which just is amazing to me. Like, I have much fun doing this, and I even have more fun when there's a lot of people on. So thank you all for joining my live. If you guys want to see more of these lives, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you won't miss out on any of these live shorts or videos that I make in the future. Make sure to like this live if you want me to continue with more of these 30-minute live sessions. I really look forward to doing these with you guys. As you guys know, I love doing them. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.